So they dismissed our case and upheld my victory. On the 17th of July, during the NRM primaries in Napaka, I emerged the winner with more than 21,000 votes against 19,000 votes. So she petitioned, alleging that some places did not vote. The petition was heard, and we gave a response. And yesterday, a verdict was served in our favor. So I'm happy for the justice that has been served, for the will of the people of Napaka that has prevailed over the issues that she had raised. So my opponent is a lady who had served in parliament for 15 years before I joined. And I think she offered her best. So the people of Napaka still trust me to take a second term. I am sure now that they've given me the NRM flag, they will also vote me in the coming elections so that we continue the work that we have already started. I'm grateful to the people who continue to believe in us, who've stood with us throughout this process. I know that when we were waiting for the results of the tribunal, there were many people who were praying and fasting, and the results came out in their favor. Of course, we had the NRM, we had the campaign period, and when it ended, and then the outcome was released the way it came. There are issues that happened during the heave to the election that reduced our margin. I know that the people of Napaka believe in us, and I also believe in them. I have always trusted them. I have always described my people as the most wise, because I tell them that my people are above every kind of bribery, are knowledgeable, they know what they want. And because I have been doing civic education in the last campaign and even in the previous, in 2020, I was doing civic education to explain to them the role of a member of parliament, to explain to them what we would do together and the roles of the people. So I had trust that that the people know the role of an MP, and they would vote based on whom they think will be able to do the work for them as required. I believed in my people. Because after 6 weeks of intense campaign, moving from parish to parish, I rested in the last week, believing that they had understood. There was no indication that we would have a close range like the one we had. So because I believed in them, actually they also managed to manage the storm of that night. In the eve to election, there are people who closed out all our roads and supplied crude waragi, supplied cash to villages. And I received that report in the night. I said, no, my people are wise. Because usually I tell people that the people of Napaka are wise. You'll never dupe them. You'll never dupe them. I said, my people are wise. For us, let's sleep. Tomorrow they will vote. That's what I believed. In the morning when they went to vote, and then the results kept trickling, I realized the range was becoming close, but we eventually won. Despite all that, the forces that ganged against me from all over across the region and in the country, the forces that ganged to see that Nakut fails to get the flag, despite all that, the people still gave me the victory. So I am super proud of my people, the people of Napaka. I believe that they will still vote in the coming election. I know that my opponent has declared she will contest as an independent. That doesn't worry me, because unlike lining up, with the independent, people have a right to make their decision. With the lining up, some people were actually struggling. We are struggling because of the forces around them. The powers, I told you, the people who ganged up against Nakut. This time, my people know that they are going to give me back the margin that we deserve. For the work that we've done in 4 years, we gave the accountability. the things that we've raised in Parliament, the work that we've done at home, the leadership we've offered across the board. So that record cannot be erased just like that. They want to give me another chance to lead, and I am happy to serve.
As we head to the...
If to election, there are people who closed out all our roads and supplied crude waragi, supplied cash to villages. And I received that report in the night. I said, no, my people are wise. Because usually I tell people that the people of Napaka are wise. You'll never dupe them. You'll never dupe them. I said my people are wise. For us, let's sleep. Tomorrow they will vote. That's what I believed. In the morning when they went to vote, and then the results kept trickling. I realized the range was becoming close, but we eventually won. If you love the party, and genuinely so, you will ensure that you support your party when there is an election. So that is if you love the party. But if you have personal interests, and the reason for which you want to be elected by hook or crook, then you will fight your way. Gladly for them, the people who want to be independent, who want to contest as independent, the Constitution allows them to. So it's a constitutional right within our laws that the people can contest as independent. Of course, that is subject to debate in future when if we change the Constitution to restrict to multi-party, full-blown multi-party system to operate in our country. For now, they can actually contest. So that shouldn't worry anyone. The same voters who voted us will be the very ones to vote in the coming election.